Hello everybody. So I wanted to do a little bit of a video today to kind of talk to some of the written posts that I've put out on my Flow Within page. And express a little bit why it is that I posted those types of things. So I've written about being awake. So how awake are you within? I've talked about the emotional process and taking your time with that, because it's not something that you can do in one day or in 1 week. I mean, certainly there are certain things that you will come up against that you will be able to process and move through a lot faster, but not everything is that way. There are certain things that can take months and sometimes even years to process or to get all of the different angles, if you want, or all of the different things that are encompassed within it that you can take out of it. I also wrote a little bit about what are you waiting for, as in what are you waiting for to put yourself out there, to show yourself to the world. I also wrote a bit about being authentic, holding gratitude, and honoring oneself. All those things have in common, for me anyhow, the theme of being true to yourself and speaking of that voice that is deep down within you, that belongs to you. It speaks for me about uncovering the truth of who you are, first and foremost, so that you can then move on and learn the biggest truth of all, which we are all one, we are all connected, we are all energy, we are all of each other. But before somebody can get there, you have to first and foremost figure yourself out, meaning you have to move through your own processes and learn to think, but not think from here, feel and think and act from your own body of emotions, your own body of energy, rather than everything that has been taught to us from the outside world. Now, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of good information that we have received from the outside world. There's also a lot of messages that weren't so great that we've received from the outside world. Things like you need to be a certain size, you need to have a certain hair color, you need to have a certain IQ, you need to, right? All of those things that are I tend to call it cookie cutter, right? If you have ABCD, people will like you. Well, guess what? Having ABCD doesn't make people like you. And the reason why is because you don't like yourself. Having ABCD is only criteria for you to judge yourself, criticize yourself, and fit yourself into something that you don't fit into. And that's why I talk about moving through the process of learning about yourself, moving through your emotions, your energy, the things that are blocked within you, the things that don't belong to you, the things that you don't necessarily believe in, but you still do because that's what we do. Like setting boundaries with people. And just because you've had a friend or a family member or somebody that's at work, a coworker, that you have allowed to, let's just say, come into your space more than you like to, doesn't mean that today you can't change that and say, no more. This is my space, respect my space. Same as if you have a deep hurt, instead of hiding from it, which is what we're taught to do, you hold on to it, you stuff it, nobody wants to hear about that. Nothing could be farther from the truth. And the thing is that we all have our hurts, and believe it or not, most people have a lot of similarities in the way that they hurt. And that's why I like doing my groups, the empowerment groups. I have walking groups right now, and a little bit later on I want to try and hold groups where it's a certain amount of people and the same people that come in, and we work through a process of learning about ourselves. But for right now, they're walking groups, and anybody is welcome to come in, and that's what we learn in those groups, is that we are so much more alike than we think. So there's no need to be hiding behind all those ABCDs that we've learned, or that society has taught us, or that school has taught us, or that we might have learned in our families. We can actually start being how we feel. And being how we feel is much different than being what we think, which is why I put posts like be authentic to yourself, honor yourself. And when I say that is because I want it to come from your heart. I want it to come from your solar plexus, which is part of your I identity. It's part of who you are. It's those boundaries. And to come from also the sacral chakra, which is your emotional and energetic self. And come from your root chakra, which is, your connection to who you are, to the earth, and so on and so forth. If there's anything that I've learned over the years is that we can't hide in any which way that we try to. We can't hide from what's deep down in here. Because no matter what, you're always going to have the voices come up. And you're going to do something that's A, B, or C, meaning you're going to try to look like this, you're going to try to do that, you're going to try to be like this so that people like you, or certain people like you, because, let's face it, we do this to try to appeal to a certain crowd, and to try to attract a certain type of people, which has been dictated to us as being the cool crew, or the people that you need to fit in with. But in reality, when you're trying to do that, and you're being dishonest with yourself, and you're not being authentic with yourself, what you're doing is you're alienating those other people that can come in and connect with you at the level that is you, the authentic you, and that can help you grow in that respect. When you connect with people over here, you just embark on even more of that, and trying to fit in and trying to blend in and criticizing yourself and so on. But when you move to living your truth, living your authenticity, just being you, you end up resonating and connecting with people that help you to be able to continue to do that, and to grow into that, and to move into that. And that's what you want to do. At least that's what I think is best for us to do, is to align ourselves with people that are like us, in a sense, people that have similarities to us, people that want to learn and grow and to move through all of those things that are holding them back and that they don't need anymore, so that they can have more space to bring in some new soul feeding, essence growing type of learning type of energy. And the more that we can do that, the more we can expand and connect with people that are genuine and authentic. And then we start feeling stronger inside. We start feeling more a part of each other, more a part of this world that we are in. And there's no greater feeling than knowing that you're heard, understood, you're connected with a group of people, and that you belong. So that's my challenge, I guess, for you guys, is to continue looking at ways that you can get in touch with that essence of you. Continue looking for ways or people that can help you to move towards that, so that you can expand yourself. There's so much more out there than trying to meet everybody else's expectations of what they think you should be when they really don't care, right? What they care about, people like myself and the ones that I surround myself with, is who are you in here and how do you put that out there. I don't care if you have dark hair, blonde hair, if you're from here or not from here, it doesn't matter. To me, what matters is how authentic are you and what good are you putting out there, and how is it that you're helping other people by helping yourself grow. Because the more you do for yourself, the more you grow yourself, the more you love yourself, the more you're able to then put that back out there. And remember, because we are all one, we are all of the same energy, me loving me means I'm loving you. Alright? Me being good to me means I'm being good to you. And that's really the simplest way to put it is, if I can't be good to myself, if I can't love myself, I can't respect myself, or I don't know how, I'm not going to be able to know how to do that for you either, because it's not going to be coming from that full, loving, authentic place. So that's a little bit of stuff to think about, I guess. All right, you guys have yourselves a great day. I'm going to leave that here for now. I do apologize for the length of the video, but I thought it was important to talk a little bit more in depth about this, and the reasons why I'm putting those types of messages out there. We have some events that are going to be coming up, so stay tuned on the page. Look out for those events, and hopefully we'll see you guys there. Okay, have a good day. Bye-bye. Be good to yourselves.